There are so many great landing spots to choose from in Apex Legends, but not all of them increase your odds in getting the win in Victory Royale. It may be difficult to figure out which landing spots are the best and which ones are not for you, but I have you covered, guys. I'm Shadow Hunter, and in this video I would like to help you in finding the 5 worst and 5 best spots to land in Apex Legends. Before we get into that, let me tell you that in every single location and landing I'm showing you in this video, I have taken from my full match gameplay in which I have won those games, so you can literally win the game no matter where you drop, but that doesn't mean that's the best spot to land. Of course, people will always want different things. Some will want to drop somewhere quiet with solid loot and eventually work their way towards the action. Others will want to drop with as many other squads as possible and then try their hand at melee combat in the opening seconds. Keeping everyone happy is a near impossible task. However, with these 5 locations tucked away in your brain, you should always be able to find somewhere that everyone will at least be okay with. First, we're going to talk about the best 5. Best Repulsor. With 2 massive buildings, yes, I'm talking about the ones with the underpass these buildings have, a lot of loot spawns in them. I've never came away from Repulsor with bad loot. It's always solid and mostly pretty purple. There are only 2 supply crates in this area, but here is a lot of loot. Not to mention, if you make your way down the map, there are tons and tons of supply drops. Of course, it's a popular place to land, so expect a spicy start to most matches when you drop here. I found it to be one of the most reliable drops out there, and it always sets me up for a solid game. Best Artillery. This place is hot and most of the time full of sweet loot, but full of mean people who wants to kill you. There's a lot of supply crates laying around and the buildings have a lot of loot spawns in them. You just have to be ready to move on fairly sharpish. Place I landed is my favorite, right in the center, so I can pick a gun and shield and quickly zip to my teammate's closest location. Best Runner. I love this spot. I always land down here, open the supply drop and head inside. The connecting buildings give a great opportunity to loot with the teammates and get some early kills. I like to play the game for the kills and found this location one of that have some really sweet kills. There's also a place far off at the edge of the map which I do think have some really sweet attachments, mainly purple for me, and not to mention a deserted respawn beacon in case. Best Cascades. I know it's not, but I like to call it, and I feel it feels like a center of the map for me. This place has got them all. Loot, respawn beacons, houses, supply drops, everything you can ask for, and right on the floor. There aren't many high ground areas here, and if you want to settle your battles on the ground, then this is definitely the one. I don't find this place very hot in terms of people, but it is by no means a deserted area. So be on your guard, especially near that big balloon zipline thingy. That's a busy spot. Final best spot to land is Market. I like Market due to the fact it is enclosed, and what happens in the market stays in the market. Loot here is decent. I always find a good gun and decent armor. Yes, I mean level 1 of course, but it is surrounded by some really nice locations such as the mountains, which is filled with supply drops, and the houses on the other side. Again, great place for kills and loot. Now these were the 5 best spots to land in Kings Canyon, and now it's the time to talk about the 5 worst spots. Worst, Skull Town. Now I love Skull Town, and I think it is one of the best landing spots for most of the people who is looking for those hottest kill area of the game. But, and this is a big but for me, the guns here are not that great. I see Mozambique and pistols everywhere, and if I'm lucky, I may get my hands on the EVA8. That is 1 out of 10 matches my jump master dragged me here. This is the only reason the guns for which Skull Town is the worst place to land. Worst supply ship. Again, one of the favorite of most of the people. Yeah, I'm talking about my squad members, but seriously, I'm not interested in aiming for to go to the ship to find someone else has already been there, looted the only purple sheet there is on the top of the ship, and then jumped down to anywhere in a hurry. It just put me in a very vulnerable state, not to mention making that drop while knocked out by someone. Worst, bunker. Well, it's called bunker, but it should be renamed the caustic castle. I don't like this spot due to the fact that all caustics in the games are having a Nox party here, while they see everything and their visions are clear. Caustic players love to bunk up here and keep sliding out those bombs, and I really don't see the point of me spending my whole time here instead of such a open space available out there. Worst, swamps. Again, I did one in this game and landing at this spot, but most of the time the moment you land there, there's the moment the ring will be closing. There's a decent loot here, but it's just too far away, and also not a big fan of swamps in general, to be honest. Worst, Thunderdome. Yes, it is my first worst spot to land in Apex Legends. Why? For the billions of time I'm killed here, that's why. Thunderdome seems to be the place every wannabe streamer and Undertaker is heading towards. I know the loot here are the best, and I have seen some level 4 loot here on daily basis, but what's the point of having those shiny, glossy and dreamy level 4 items for a few seconds before someone snatch it off you, as you haven't got a gun yet? High kill, high pressure and high loot area, that is. And it's not for me. If you want to land near that, make your way towards one of the nearest parts, get a best gun and maybe make your way up. As a neighborhood, the airbase is a great place to land. That's all guys, those were my 5 worst and 5 best spots to land in Apex Legends. I hope you like and found this video fun. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel.